Welcome to Rewind Whenever. I'm Wendy.
I'm Kelly.
And I'm Lori.
We are talking about Real Housewives of New York, season 15, episode number 3. And this one is called Dramamine Drama.
What's the Dramamine about?
The car sickness in the car. Yeah. So we start off with Ubah and Sai are driving to Erin's, and they're talking about how Ubah's feeling stressed. Oliver wants her to move in, and she's nervous about it. I wasn't sure if he has a room there for her to paint or he has a canvas there for her to paint. He has something there for her.
No, I think it's a room.
I thought so too, right?
Because I think she likes to do very big canvases.
Okay.
So she has her own room with big canvases, which I love to paint.
Yeah,
so
you
I
love that.
I would be like,
Yeah.
But I don't know. She seems like she's a little nervous about
Well,
it.
she is. She
Having
is.
from maybe fully committing.
Yeah.
Maybe she just thinks, it's tough, I guess, when you're older, as you get older and you're dating. Because, we got married
Very young.
Younger. And so I'm sure being so beautiful and successful, it's got to be hard to think to yourself, okay, well, this could really be it. This is really somebody who's not after me for this or that. This is something real. And
yeah. And she's probably very set in her ways. So maybe she doesn't want to, live with somebody yet.
Yeah.
We also find out the helicopter ride was 40 minutes because that was something we were talking about last week, exactly how long it was.
Mm-hmm.
So when they arrive, Erin has all the food out in the kitchen.
Much bigger spread than last year.
Yep. They,
clowned on for that.
They say her kitchen's completely remodeled. Although when they do the side by side, the only thing that looks different is the countertop, and I think it went from white quartz to white marble.
Yeah, it was more like a kitchen update,
like a zhuzhing,
as opposed to. I wouldn't have called that renovation.
I would not.
Yeah,
I didn't even.
I mean, it was beautiful.
Oh yeah,
but the side by side didn't look.
I mean, I wouldn't have spent
different.
1 cent changing it because it didn't look that different to me.
No.
I don't know. That's just me.
When, some people have money that they don't know what to do with.
Yeah. Or maybe you could have used that for the mortgage since you didn't have the Bitcoin. Just saying.
Yeah.
But hey, that's just me. It's just me. So the Brynn asks Rebecca what she's drinking, and she says she has her non-alcoholic drink of choice, and Brynn's not happy about that. She wants her to drink.
So Rebecca doesn't drink?
Well, I think she does, but at this point,
she wasn't choosing not to have a beverage.
Right. At this particular, I don't know if she does or she doesn't. I mean, she is Scientology, so I don't know if they drink or they don't, but she was choosing not to drink at this point. And
I would be very hesitant to drink. If I were a new housewife on any franchise, I would hold out on drinking as long as I could, which would be difficult for me because I like my cocktails. But I think I would tread lightly with that.
I agree. And then Sai and Ubah arrive, and they immediately show Sai the food because she's always hungry.
Mm-hmm. It'd be like me. Yep, me too.
Yep. Erin asks what happened with Raquel. I thought she was driving up with you. And we see that Erin had talked to Raquel earlier, and she said that she gets very car sick, and Sai and Ubah wouldn't let her sit in the front.
They said you can't sit in the front.
Right. Which we find out really is not what was said.
Not at all.
It definitely was a misunderstanding, I think. I don't think it was done intentionally. I think that she said, I get car sick and, maybe I can drive. And she was meaning that she would drive Sai's car, or she would drive her car and Sai would come with her. But Sai didn't take it that way. She just,
That's why text can be very unclear.
For sure.
Yes.
This all the time.
Yes.
Always mystery of text because somebody might be trying to be funny, but you're like, what the fuck is that?
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. And then,
Which is 99% of the time with me, by the way.
Yeah.
I'm like, are you serious? No, she's not. She's kidding.
And so when, Sai and Ubah show up and Erin says that, Ubah's like, this telephone game that we're playing is crazy. And I get it because it is a little bit crazy. And it's not just the telephone game. It's not just the texting. It is really the fact that Brynn is really stirring the pot, which we'll see a little bit, later in the episode.
But in that sense, so Sai got to the house before Raquel.
Yes.
And
yes.
I thought Sai handled it very well. Like, she was like, no, that's not what happened.
Exactly.
She didn't pop off.
Mm-hmm.
She just was very relaxed about it, showed the text, and was like, this was the exchange.
Right.
So that was good.
It was good. I really am proud of Sai.
Me too.
Definitely a marked difference.
Yeah.
Yes. So Sai asked Erin what the room situation is, because that's always a big deal. And she said that Jenna and Raquel are sharing, which we kind of figured because Raquel is friends with Jenna.
Yeah, they're friends.
Right.
Not because they're both lesbians.
Right. No.
That's just it's just
It's just a bonus. Whatever. So then Raquel shows up last, and Sai asks, why didn't you come with us? And Raquel said, because you said I couldn't sit in the front. And she said, no, you said you would drive. And, they kind of explain it to each other, but for whatever reason, it's going to get brought up again.
This is probably going to be a thing.
Yeah, it's going to be a thing. It definitely is going to be a thing.
Well, when you don't have much else to be the thing,
yeah,
then this is the thing that you get.
So then Ubah and Brynn are in the other room, and they're discussing how they're going to approach the situation with Sai, because Ubah knows that Sai feels a way about Brynn. And, Ubah pulls Sai in to talk to Brynn, and Brynn apologizes and said, listen, I don't want to hurt you. Sai said, you never really heard my side. That's what her big complaint was. You never really let me explain what my side was. I don't still think Brynn knows what her side was, to be honest with you.
What Sai's side was?
Yes.
No, because at the party, she got up and said, not today, Satan, and walked out.
Right.
Which I don't blame her. I don't think Brynn's going to be accepting of anybody telling her.
Right. So at this
is wrong or messy or whatever they're going to tell her.
Exactly. So at this point, Sai and Brynn, they never really work it out, but because they're going back and forth, and Sai feels like no one is even listening to her, but she's very calm, and she just says, it's fine, that's okay. And Brynn says, I forgive you for yelling at me. And Sai's like, I didn't ask for your forgiveness. I'm not sorry for anything I did. And listen, I agree with her, I agree with her. And again, she was very calm about it. She wasn't, flipping out.
Well, this is the thing. You can't just have an argument with somebody and sit down and say, oh, I just wanted to say I'm sorry. And then just think, okay, that's it.
Right.
That's not a conversation.
Right.
That's you just trying to make everything okay so that you have a good weekend. That's kind of how I felt it was.
It's like Heather on OC. I didn't mean it that way. I didn't want to hurt you.
Right.
Let's move on.
Right.
Right. Because we're not going to talk about what an asshole you are.
But then I'll bring it up 10 more times.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
Which is like a housewife theme.
Yeah, exactly.
One to one.
We're only going to talk about it when I want to talk about it, not when you want to talk about it.
Right.
Lisa
when
Barlow.
I have a well-constructed response to you that I have rehearsed in my head or possibly even written down on paper.
Yes.
Right. Or memorized, because I'm a trained actress.
Yes.
Just saying. Just say.
Exactly.
So then they all go into the kitchen and they're like, hug each other. So Brynn goes over and does hug Sai, and they hug it out, which it seemed to be sincere at the time, but it really wasn't.
Well, wait, how about when Jenna sat down and totally sidestepped the fact that she absolutely indicated that it was Brynn who said, Sai said she
Right, but I can understand Jenna's point of view a little bit. I mean, why do we got to play these baby games?
Well,
what difference does it make, really? I mean, I think that Jenna's whole thing is she just does not like conflict.
No, she does not like conflict.
Especially girl drama at all.
Right.
She's not into it at all. And I think she'll do whatever she needs to do to sidestep it. But in a way, she's right, because what difference does it make?
Well, and apparently, according to Brynn, she's not the only one who was saying this. Sai was telling a lot of people she didn't like Jenna.
According to Jenna, that was the case.
Right.
Because Jenna said.
Jenna's the one who said.
Right. So,
right.
She heard
I
from
guess it doesn't really
people.
matter that Brynn's the one that
brought it. Right.
Right.
So then Erin brings out gift baskets that she has for all the girls. And Jenna says, wait, I have something for everyone also. And Jenna got them all lingerie. But Jessel, she said, listen, I got you something different because last year I gave you a hard time about wearing multiple labels, which she did give her a hard time about wearing multiple labels. But I thought you're getting her something different because she had that response about the lingerie. And it turns out she got her the Christmas tree costume because she did have that response. And I'll tell you, that was good. I didn't see that coming from Jenna.
The only thing I thought would have been really good is if she would have put it on.
Yeah. And walked out
and walked
said,
out
I
with
look
it.
like a Christmas tree.
Yes.
Like she
Like,
did last year.
Christmas tree is here. Like something. I think that would have been really cute.
Why did you have to get them gifts though, right? Like, Erin, how about those gifts from Erin though?
Yeah, she was not fucking around.
She was not fucking around.
Yeah.
That was a good gift.
Yeah, no, she's a baller.
She is.
She's a baller.
And then all of a sudden, Jenna's like, oh, I have gifts for everybody too. Like right after.
But, that was Jenna's thing last year, and they were giving her a hard time about it. They were saying she was giving things that she had, like promotion things.
Right.
And that wasn't the case.
Right.
That wasn't the case. She wasn't wanting to post about it. And she did kind of say at the reunion last year, that's what she likes to do. That's kind of her love language. That's her love language, is giving gifts.
Yeah.
So
I'm down for it.
Yeah. Listen, my love language is receiving gifts. So
Yeah. So there you go. Very good.
Bring it on, right? So then she actually did give Jessel her own lingerie, but she didn't expect them to wear it this time.
Right.
Which was good.
What was the thing they were talking about where you put it and it shoots out with a sneeze?
Oh my God. That was Rebecca Minkoff saying that she had one of those menstrual cups in and she sneezed and it came out. I'm impressed that she still has her period. I don't know. How old do you think she is?
I don't know.
I mean, if she's
that old,
Erin's younger than me.
Yeah, I don't think she's that old.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still get it.
Oh, I guess so.
I don't think these women are that old.
But I do. Bastards.
Yeah. Yeah, but that's what she was talking about, that she
gosh.
had it in once and sneezed hard and it flew out.
I would never, I don't know. I'm just very old school with that stuff.
I am too. I would never even be putting one in there. Because, listen, when you're done with it, how do you get it out?
Gotta fish it out and wash it. And,
No. We don't want any part of that. We do not want any part of that. No.
Mm-hmm.
So then we find out that Erin and Brynn are sharing a room. Sai and Ubah are sharing a room. And Jessel and Rebecca are sharing a room. Jessel comes out when they're all going out to dinner wearing her Alberto Fioretti couture dress.
Girl, you need to be going to club with that outfit.
Which is literally see-through.
That's crazy.
I don't know if that was Hampton's dinner attire.
No.
But you know what? Again, she works hard, obviously. She's all snatched after having her babies. So she wants to show it off. So go ahead, girl.
Yeah. And she said she had her skims on underneath, but didn't she say they were crotchless?
I don't know what was going on there. I don't know. I don't think I really want to know. It was a little too much.
Yeah.
A lot of skin.
Yeah.
So then they're out to dinner and they're all sitting at the table and Brynn, being Brynn's like, I'm going to start finding out who's this Raquel and what's going on with Raquel. So Raquel, lets us know, which we knew already. She started out as a model in the 90s and was married to a man, which we also knew. Raquel said that the artist, when she was coming up, artists didn't look to women for their opinions on artwork.
Especially women of color.
Especially women of color. Because that's what she is. It's not that she's actually an artist. It's that she is an art connoisseur or art expert, right?
Yeah. So she said she cultivated her own personal art collection.
Right.
So much so to the point that, institutions and museums were asking to show it.
Mm-hmm.
And then people started to approach her about their own art collection.
Right. Exactly.
Is she the one she did sets for Sex in the City?
She did art. She did the art for
Right.
She did the art for those shows.
I did the art pieces for sets.
Yes. Yes. And then then they ask her about how she got engaged, how she was proposed to, and she talks about that, and she shows her ring, which it was an art piece. It really was an art piece. It was black, white, and cognac diamonds, and it was huge. And like most of the women said, they wouldn't wear it, but for her, that's what she likes. So,
I mean, that's a set of brass knuckles. Like that is a self-defense weapon.
Yeah.
You punch somebody in the face with that.
Yeah. Let's leave it more.
Yeah.
I loved
losing
it, and
it
I
too.
thought it was very fitting for her.
I 100% agree with it. It was totally fitting for her. It worked for her. But obviously, I mean, she's like 6 feet tall and she's a model.
Right.
So
She can wear whatever she wants.
She can wear
Yeah.
whatever she wants.
Yeah.
Whereas Sai, like myself, is probably 5'3", and like we can pull off a ring like that because it's bigger than our palm.
Right. Exactly.
So yeah, whatever works for you works for you. And then Brynn, being Brynn, she's like, I want to be a lesbian so bad. What?
Oh, stop it. Yeah, like she says the stupidest shit.
And Jenna said, well,
That's the stupidest shit.
she does. Jenna says, well, you still have time. I was 43. And Brynn's like, yeah, I'm 38. Maybe I do still have time. She doesn't want to be a lesbian. She just wants attention.
Just wants attention. And she uses her sexuality to try to get it, and then gets offended when somebody asks a question about how she makes her money. You know what I mean? Like the Jeff Lewis thing.
Yes,
This
absolutely.
is your persona. This is your persona.
I mean, just think
And people
about
getting us questions.
right. Think about your first season tagline, and then don't have a problem when people wonder.
And your second season tagline isn't any better.
Isn't any better? No.
Right.
So then Brynn wants to hear about Rebecca, for her to tell her story. So she was born in San Diego. She moved to Florida and then went to New York at 18. She was in love with a guy with a great apartment.
Yeah.
And she said, let's move in together. Not that,
She really wanted to be.
she wanted to be in this great apartment. So she gives up her apartment, and the day she goes in to move in with him, he's like, no.
the night before.
Right.
The night before he breaks up with her.
Yeah. He's like, nope, this isn't going to work. Now she doesn't have an apartment, but she had called up her friend that she knew,
Her first boyfriend,
her
who she lost her virginity to.
right, and said, why don't you come take my place?
Mm-hmm.
And he was coming to take her place. And she said, no, I need that place now. Like, please don't take it. And he's like, no,
sorry.
I'm taking it. Which, listen, I don't blame him. He already made the plans to move.
Moving to New York.
Right.
To go if he doesn't take the room to a video.
Right, exactly. So his name is Brad, and the girl's like, we don't like Brad. No, Rebecca's like, no, I love him. I actually lost my virginity to him. She lost her virginity at 16. Now here's the kicker. Because her parents had a really great deal for her. If you don't do drugs, I will get you birth control. That was the deal that her parents had for her at 16 years old.
Well, I'm not going to talk about it this podcast, but I will have it ready for next podcast. There is some stuff about Rebecca Minkoff's father that will shed some light on this whole odd. There's going
Why
on
are we
there.
saving it for the next one?
Because she doesn't have it together.
I don't have it.
She doesn't have it together, but that's all right. Let's talk about what your thoughts are about
getting
that.
in there.
I mean, you two have daughters. I don't have a daughter. So
Fuck no.
would you
No.
say to your daughter at 16, don't do drugs and I'll get you birth control?
No, but if my daughter were in a loving, committed relationship and came to me and said that she was thinking about becoming sexually active, I would obviously bring her to the doctor and
get her birth control.
get, prepare her in
Right.
every way she needed to.
Right.
But I wouldn't make it a bargaining situation.
No.
Well, you know where I stand on the drug thing.
Yeah,
No.
I just thought that was a little odd.
It is odd.
And then to even add more oddity to it, she talks about still having the bed that she lost her virginity in.
It's odd.
It was,
I mean, not the mattress, she said. She made that clear. It wasn't the mattress. But wait, what?
Right, but could it? How could it have been that great of a headboard, footboard situation that you would want to keep
I mean,
now with all your
maybe-
money?
All right. So obviously it was the bed she was sleeping in when she was 16 years old. So it's probably just still in her parents' house in her old bedroom. That's probably what she meant.
Oh, okay.
I don't think so. I really don't think so.
What is she doing? Moving it around with her? It was probably a twin or a full-size bed. She couldn't have had a queen or a king at 16 years old. That would just be stupid.
Who knows?
I don't know. I guess we'll have to wait and see how this whole thing. We need to know more
This is
about what's
weird.
going on. with
We need
Rebecca.
more deets on the bed
We
situation.
need to know-
That's my feeling. It's still in her parents' house.
Yeah.
Where she grew up.
I didn't even think about that, but you're probably right.
So then after the dinner, the girls all go back to Erin's house, and some of them are going to bed. Ubah asks Erin, what do you think about Brynn and Sai? So they're in the kitchen talking. Erin says, I think they're fine. Ubah's talking to Jessel and Erin. They said she is afraid to open up, meaning Ubah's afraid to open up because she doesn't feel safe. And she really is referring to Brynn. She's not referring to any of them, but she doesn't feel safe opening up to Brynn because Brynn weaponizes everything that you confide in her with.
She twists things.
Yeah.
And to me, that's a dangerous person. When I tell you something, I'm an honest person. I'm telling you the truth. So when you take my words and you twist it into something different, that's a dangerous person.
Yeah.
And I think that's what Brynn does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was like, I'm scared to open up to you bitches. Everyone is a pigeon. Love that.
I did like the pigeon reference.
I love how her
accent.
Yeah, and her like
it's not even
English,
that.
her
It's her translation.
Translation.
Like, her translation.
Yeah.
Like it's really, honestly, I think it's hens. I think she means to call them hens.
Like the
Like
cackling hens.
hens.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
like hens are like, I mean, I don't really think it's pigeons.
No, I think it is pigeons.
You
I
do?
think
Carriers.
because they carry messages.
Okay.
No, a pigeon will carry messages.
Yeah.
Pigeon shits on you.
Right.
That's true. That's true. Yeah. So then Brynn walks in while they're having this conversation. And, she said, Ubah says to her, Sai's not good. And she said, no, we're good. Brynn says, no, Sai, we're good. Ubah said, you weren't listening to Sai. Like, you didn't even hear what she had to say. And that's what we just said. Like, she didn't listen to Sai. Sai just said, fine, let's let it go. And Ubah's trying to explain to Brynn, like, after you had the conversation with her, she came up to my room, our room, and we were talking about it. And she's not good. She said it's okay and she's going to move on. This is where I think Ubah's wrong. Like, she needs to voice her own concerns.
Yeah.
Don't voice Sai's concerns. Let Sai fight her own battles because Sai is very capable
of doing it. Yes.
100% she's capable.
Like Ubah's like disguising her own shit into Sai's
Yeah.
shit.
Yes.
Sure. See, this is how I know she did mean pigeons because she said, oh, you guys are pigeons, but with the wrong address.
Yeah.
No,
So you're carrying the message.
Carrying the message like all fucked up.
And Brynn said that she didn't want the girls talking shit about her friendship with Sai, but she's talking shit about everybody else. So you can't do that. You can't say like you don't do this when you're doing it.
Right. And then Ubah does say like you didn't work anything out. You just sweep everything under the rug. And then you'll find another conflict that you think is the right time and is related to someone else to bring it back up. So you'll wait, like you'll sweep this under the rug, and then you'll find another time that someone's having a problem with Sai, and then you'll bring up what happened with you and Sai and make this a thing. And she's right about that. That she's 100% right about, because that is what Brynn is doing. That's what she's doing.
Right.
So then the next morning, Rebecca and Jessel, they're waking up and they're talking to Pavitt on the phone, and Jessel says, Rebecca says to Pavitt, what did she say to him? Something like, I'm here in bed with your wife or something, just kind of joking.
I don't even remember that.
Yeah. And then Brynn and Erin are talking. This is what Lori and I were just talking about. And you and I had mentioned it the other day. So New York and Salt Lake City have the same production company, and they are both doing the same kind of thing.
Wait, was it New York and Salt Lake? Or
Yeah.
New York and OC?
No, New York and Salt Lake. Beverly Hills and OC have the same. So
Okay.
New York and Salt Lake that we're watching right now.
That's right. That's right. Because they're simultaneous.
Right. We're watching them together right now. They have the same production company, and they're both doing the same kind of side-by-side thing.
Right.
So they pair off and they have side conversations about what had happened. Both of them are doing this right now. And they had like the scene together where they were in the furniture store in Salt Lake,
right.
and they were in New York in the furniture store.
Right.
And we like reality TV, but we don't like it to be so produced. And this is so evident how produced it is.
Absolutely.
It's just so evident. So I had mentioned, so New York is Shed Media. Shed Media and Salt Lake is the production company for both of those. So
Right.
Shed Media, listen to us. We are We Wine Whenever, and we are suggesting to you that don't produce it the same way. Don't do these side-by-sides. Make it more fluid. Don't keep going back and forth with this. We want a storyline. We don't want to keep going back and forth, and this one talking about this one and that one talking about that one.
And just let them do what they're going to do, and
Right.
stop telling them what to do. 'Cause
Right.
You're obviously telling them what to do because you're telling both franchises what to do because they're doing the same thing.
Right.
That's not coincidence.
Right.
I read online, I don't remember where it was, but it was in the comment section, and someone said, I feel like the housewives, you know what, this is really bad. I can't believe it.
I'm like, oh, it's so bad you can't say it? Like, that's pretty bad if Lori can't say it.
Wait a
bad.
second. Oh, okay.
That's perfect. That's perfect.
So instead of documenting their life, they're like producing it.
Right.
That's part of the problem.
Yeah,
that's exactly what I'm saying.
Sorry it took so long.
Shed Media, please listen to us. Shed Media, we Wyman here. Please stop overproducing the show. Let the storyline play out and let us see it play out. Stop doing these side things where you're having these side conversations. We don't like it.
Right.
That's just our PSA.
That is the PSA of the day.
I mean, that's Kelly's thing, but yeah.
I'll let you have it tonight.
All right. So Ubah and Sai are discussing the conflicts. Brynn decides that she's going to go wake up Jenna, and she, Raquel is there in bed with her, and she jumps in bed with her and pretends like she is Cass, which is her fiance. Again, over-sexualizing.
Yep.
Over-sexualizing.
Sexual innuendo.
Yep. So then they're all eating breakfast outside, and Brynn again asks whose Porsche is in the driveway. And it's Raquel's. And she's like, is it a turbo? And she's like, no, because that would have been a 2-year wait. Then Brynn asks Jenna if she thinks the Bentley's going to break down. We all know the Bentley's not going to break down, Brynn.
Wait, does Brynn have a car? That's what I want to know.
No, I'm sure she doesn't. But I loved how quick Jenna was with that response. Jenna says, no, but I only travel with Erin in case it does, and I need an Uber.
Yes.
Like, she did not even
very witty.
Skip a beat.
Yep, very witty.
Jenna Lyons, I
Jenna.
was there for that.
That was Jenna fucking Lyons.
That was Jenna fucking Lyons. Then Brynn says, Erin, okay, so then Brynn says, so you do have money.
Right, asshole.
Right. Again, stirring the pot. And you could see Erin's face when she said that. She was actually like, almost like spitting out her food. Like, really? Like, this is where you're going? You're at my house. I'm hosting you at my house.
Yep.
And this is what you're doing.
And you're bringing it up again. Yep.
So Jenna says, why? She said, because in this group, everything gets twisted. Oh, no, I'm sorry.
Ubah said that.
Ubah says that. So Ubah says, I think this is why Sai is not here. So Ubah comes down and she's like, I think this is why Sai is not here. And Jenna said, why? And she said, because this group, everything gets twisted. She said to Raquel, we told you that we would not let you ride in the front. You said that. She's like, well, no, I didn't say that. That's what I thought. And she's like, that's what I'm talking about.
Look, we didn't say it.
Right. You said you would drive.
Intimated that we did say that.
Right. You said you would drive. And then Raquel said, that was just a miscommunication. And then Brynn, being Brynn, says, well, maybe because people are using spokespeople and not talking for themselves, referring to Sai. But Ubah's like, I was a part of this whole conversation.
And it's not like Sai asked Ubah to do this. Like,
no.
Honestly, what Jessel said is 100% correct. This goes back to last season, last night, where Brynn said, I heard you got a man in Connecticut. It all goes back to that. So Sai didn't ask Ubah to do it. Ubah's taking on everybody's annoyance with Brynn.
Yes, and like Ubah said, she was a part of the whole thing because she is the one who originally said, I'm going to drive up. And Sai said, well, I'll go with you because I don't want you to be alone.
Right.
And then they found out Raquel was going to drive.
Right.
So Ubah was a part of it. It's not like she's inserting herself. She was a part of this whole telephone game.
From the beginning.
Right.
Yeah, and that's, we said that it's 40 minutes by helicopter. It's 3 hours by car.
Right.
We know that from Summer House. Like in traffic.
Right.
In the, in the heat of the season.
Yeah.
I don't know what time of year this was that they went, but.
And then Brynn says, Princess, where's Sai? She can't talk for herself. And then Ubah said, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
And that's when Jess said, it's bubbling over from last year. And then Sai walks out while this is all going on. And she has no idea what's going on. And she sits down like eating her, whatever the heck she's eating, her burrito or breakfast frittata, whatever she's eating. She's like, hey, what's going on?
Mm-hmm.
And listen, at this point, it wasn't good. It really wasn't.
No, but why does everybody keep saying pineapple to end a conversation?
Oh,
Because
no.
no.
No, that wasn't to end a conversation. You don't know what pineapple was?
No.
Oh my God.
But it's not this isn't the only franchise they're doing, or the only show they're doing this on. What's pineapple?
So it's not that. It's a code word. It's a code word to get you to stop and think. It's not a safe word.
Where did that come up? Where did
They
that come
must have
from?
made it up.
They made it
between
up.
themselves.
Oh, but
Sai
this isn't
and
the only show
Ubah.
that I've seen it
Oh,
on.
really?
I swear.
Maybe it was Salt Lake
I'm
because
like,
they
why
the
is
same
everybody
production
saying-
company.
Yeah.
It was
I
probably
wonder
Salt
if
Lake.
it was.
It probably was.
You know what the best was? The best was Jessel's confessional, where she doesn't, what she's talking about, she's asking the same thing about a pineapple. And she goes, wasn't that the guy with Wilson and the,
Oh,
Right. Yeah.
oh my
She
God.
was calling him, wasn't calling him Tom Hanks. What was she calling him?
Oh, I don't
Tom
remember.
Cruise.
Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise.
Oh,
Use Tom Cruise and Tom Hanks?
no,
My
it's
goodness.
so
That was pretty funny.
That was good.
But listen, I get the pineapple thing, and it worked. It worked like that. So because I have a code word with one of my children. I have a code word that gets them to stop in their tracks
When they're going down the wrong
when they're
road.
going down the wrong path.
Mhm.
And listen, it's not a bad thing.
No.
Eric and I have a word if we're fighting,
Okay.
and we're both like,
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
we can't, like, neither one of us are going to stop. Like, we
Right.
both have to be right. So
Right. You say your word.
it is Tatanka
I remember
from
that.
Dances with Wolves. Remember when he was like, Tatanka? So we even do this.
That's
And then
great.
you
Unless we're fighting on a text and then we text it to each other, but we do Tatanka.
That's
And
great.
it works every time. Because who's not going to laugh at
Right, that.
Right.
yeah.
Right. So I
So
honestly,
I get it. I just didn't know. I didn't know
That was
that
just
was
the
an
deal.
established thing.
well, I guess
we
there's
didn't
is
know either.
pineapple.
We found out.
There's this pineapple. But I'm going to say to all of our listeners, you guys should establish words with your people.
Yeah.
And by your people, I mean like your family and the people close to you. When something is hitting you the wrong way and it's going to go left, or you're at a level that you shouldn't be at,
Yeah.
you need a friend or a family member to step in and just say that word, and it will trigger the response that you need to have.
Yep.
That is the takeaway from this.
Yep.
Come up with a word.
Yep.
I don't like pineapple. Maybe we should come up with a word for our podcast. Can it be wine, or is that just too freaking obvious?
I think we're going to use that too much.
I think wine would not be the good word, right?
Yeah.
We have to come up with something.
Yeah, we'll have to think about that.
We're going to have to, well, we'll get back to you. Corkscrew?
So, maybe. I like it. I kind of like it.
I think I like corkscrew.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's got screw in there.
All right,
Okay.
corkscrew it is. So if I think we're going in the wrong direction, or you think I'm a little bit too hot,
Okay.
just give me a corkscrew.
We're going to tell you
Corkscrew, and I'll just shut it down.
There you go. I want to ask you guys,
I like
who,
it.
I do too.
what do you think is the most authentic
The most
on this
authentic.
cast?
Oh, that's a great question.
That is a great question.
Honestly, I think it's Ubah.
I do too.
I
That's
have
exactly what I was going to say.
Jenna, Ubah, and Jessel. To me, they're the most authentic. Like, that's, they're portraying.
I would
more
agree.
of who
I would
they
agree
are.
with those three. But
I do too, but I still think Ubah is the most true
Oh,
to
yeah.
herself. And I would imagine that Ubah is now on the show exactly who she was before
When
the show
she-
started.
right.
Yes.
I don't know if I 100% believe that about Jessel.
No, you're
and
right.
I don't think that Jenna shares.
I
don't
think
know.
Jenna's coming into her.
I think she's
self.
still like hesitant.
I think she's
Yeah, but I
coming.
think that that's just her.
Sure.
I think that's like her, just her gig.
Yeah.
Right.
But I think Ubah by far.
I think
I
Ubah.
think Jenna, as successful as she is, still feels like she's had stuff to prove.
Well, yeah. I mean, just hearing her how she grew up with her
Yeah,
mom,
with her
and,
mom,
you
yeah.
know, how she had to be.
Yeah.
Not that her mother was not a great mom,
Right.
But just
Had an
You know,
illness, yes.
yeah. So for sure.
Yeah. So after the whole pineapple thing, Ubah, like it worked for her. She stopped. And then Erin they all go inside because they're freezing. And then Erin pulled Ubah aside and she said, listen, we really, you're really taking the Sai thing very seriously. And I think what Erin didn't get is that she wasn't really taking the Sai thing seriously. She was saying that for herself as well.
Yes.
She was using Sai as an example, but she meant it for herself as well, because she keeps saying that, I can't open up to you people because I don't trust you.
Right. When you
Because
twist everything.
you twist everything and it doesn't come out the way I mean it or the way I say it.
Right.
And, Erin's like, listen, I don't want this to be a big blow up. And pretty much that's how it ends. So we're going to have to wait and see what happens next. But
So I want to ask you a question. Do you think that Erin has ever been in a fist fight?
no,
Right?
no. I think Erin is an Upper East Side girl.
Yes.
Erin is an Upper East Side girl through and through. I will say Brynn has been in a fist fight.
Yeah.
I will say Sai has been in a fist fight. I will say Ubah may have been in a fist fight.
I would even put it past Jessel.
No, not Jessel. Nope. Jessel has not been in a fist fight.
Well, okay.
Jessel didn't ride the subway.
Yeah.
Jessel's been in the subway 3 times.
No,
Jessel's not been in a fist fight.
And what about Jenna Lyons? She's a wild card.
No, I don't think Jenna Lyons been in a fist fight.
She's too quiet.
I think Ubah could throw down.
Oh, Ubah grew up in Nigeria.
Yeah, I think she could throw down. Yeah.
Ubah, she was worrying about getting food.
Right.
Yeah.
Ubah will be fine.
Yeah.
Ubah will be fine.
So I asked, oh, good Lord. I watched some Bravo things with some of these girls. So Brynn was asked about her dating life. And Jessel said something that was so sweet. She said, and so Brynn said, it's non-existent. She really doesn't have a dating life at the moment. And, the interviewer was asking Brynn questions about her dating life and whatever. So Jessel said, it's going to take a unicorn.
I saw that.
Yeah. She said, you are so dynamic and you have so many different levels that it's not going to take one guy. It's going to take the best guy. And I thought that was really, really very, very, very
Well,
sweet.
Erin gave her a unicorn.
Who?
Erin gave Brynn a unicorn.
That's right.
Erin gave Brynn a unicorn.
That's why. So that must be why she did that.
Okay.
Erin gave Brynn a unicorn.
You get me confused with Salt Lake City because there was a unicorn going on there too.
Yes,
I was
there
like,
was.
whoa.
Erin gave Brynn a unicorn, and somebody thought it was an ashtray, and she's like, "No, it's like a jewelry holder."
Right.
Because of the conversation that they had at Brynn's apartment when Erin and Brynn were making up.
Right.
So I agree with that about Brynn's person. Brynn's person does need to be a unicorn. I agree with that.
Yeah, me too.
100%.
A lot.
And I just had a quick little fact. So, New Jersey set a record with 6 zip codes ranked among the most expensive in the United States.
Really?
Yeah. How do you like that?
What are the zip codes?
Yeah. What
I
are the
didn't find
towns?
that.
Oh, wait, what?
Yeah, I didn't feel like reading the whole article. But
Oh, wait, you needed to give us 6 towns.
no.
No.
I have one. I have the top one. Corkscrew. I have the top one.
Corkscrew.
There you go. I have
Aren't
the
you glad
top
we came up
one.
with
Yes, it's amazing.
So
Amazing.
in 2020, there was only one on the list.
In New Jersey.
Yeah. So within 4 years.
And which one was that?
So the one that's on the list, the top one, is Alpine, New Jersey. So the median price for a home is $3.3 million.
I don't even know where that is.
North Jersey. North Jersey.
And
Is it what
Probably
county?
like Northwest.
What county is it?
I didn't.
All right.
I'm going to look it up.
Alpine.
But so the highest home sale in New Jersey in 2024 is $16.7 million, which was in that Alpine.
Really?
Yeah. I just thought that was interesting.
That is interesting.
Yeah, we're
Thank you for
Jersey
that
girls.
fun New Jersey fact.
Yeah, we're Jersey girls, so
We are
I was
Jersey
like,
girls.
wow, look at
Bergen.
Bergen
Of course
County.
it's
Okay,
Bergen.
Bergen
Yeah.
County.
So
Okay, any other tidbits
just
for tonight?
useless information.
I'm good. I got nothing.
All right. All right, so thank you for watching and listening to We Wine Whenever. Until next time, watch us, give us 5-star reviews, and tell your friends. Please share it. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.